And we're back. Thank you all for hanging in there. I knew you wouldn't go anywhere. I have Joe Irizarry. He is the author of Signs of the Times in 2020, The Beginning of Sorrows. That's the topic of his book. I know you all are going to enjoy this interview. Welcome, Joe. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And you are there in a warm climate. Where are you?
I'm in West Palm Beach, Florida.
That is a beautiful part of the country, West
It
Palm
is.
Beach. West Palm Beach. It is beautiful there. Listen, well, you wrote a great book, man,
Oh,
and
thank you.
you did a very good job. I congratulate you. You are a talented author. I'm sure you've heard that before.
Yes, I have.
Awesome. Awesome, Joe. What was your inspiration for writing this? Would it be the scriptures or just everything that's been going on?
Well, you know what? Look, I'm self-employed. I have an accounting firm here in West Palm Beach. And then we had the pandemic and we were locked down. And I had a lot of time in my hands. I was watching the news and seeing what was going on. And then I woke up. I saw the times that we're living in. So step by step, as I watched the news, saw what was going on. I said, this is apocalyptic. This is what Jesus was talking about. So I started writing, and uh, and this is how I wound up with Signs of the Times.
The Signs of the Times. A very good uh, topic for a
Mhm.
book and a time such as this.
Yes, sir.
What type of correlation do you see between scriptures and today's world? Though it says 2020, we're now in 2021, but it's the same stuff going on
It
still to
is.
this day. What type of correlation do you see?
Well, look, that as Jesus spoke about the days of Noah, as in the days of Noah. Look at the way we're living now. Reckless living. We're not listening to God. A lot of us don't want to hear about God, and uh, and then wars and rumors of wars. We hear that all the time in the news. Pestilences, COVID, Ebola, and so much more, which is in my book, detailed in my book.
Mhm.
Hunger, and then we have the apostasy, the falling away, the Christian persecution, and then what Daniel spoke about signs and knowledge, um, cashless society. It's very, very interesting. I go about with the Antichrist and much, much more. But I mean, it's an interesting read.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Yeah,
it is. You believe that this is currently the beginning of sorrows?
I believe so. As a matter of fact, it's also beginning of my little career because I'm starting. I already did book two.
You
I got it
started on
coming
book
out next
two.
year. Yeah, it's gonna be on like a sequel to Signs of the Times.
Okay. So, the beginning of sorrows, talk about that. What do you mean when you say the beginning of sorrows? What does that mean?
Well, the beginning, uh, the times before Jesus comes, before the tribulation, before Jesus spoke about in Matthew 24, something to quote the Olivet Discourse, which
Okay.
he explained how the end times would be. And this is the beginning of sorrow. Beginning of sorrows is like when a woman is having a baby, she has birth pangs,
Yes.
and these are the birth pangs.
This is just the beginning.
This is just the
This
beginning.
is just the beginning. These are just contractions like a woman who's about to go into labor.
Yeah,
But watch
exactly.
this. Watch this. That means the water also has been broken. So
Exactly.
whenever a woman is going into labor, she's going into labor because the water has been released.
Yes, sir.
And so, and that always represents life. So in the midst of this, during these times that you have written about in this phenomenal book, those that desire that water of life, that water that only Jesus can give you, the living water, you can still have it. Matter of fact, this is the best time to get it, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, I said all the bad things that are going to happen, but the last chapter, I give people a way out, receiving
That's
Jesus,
right.
the hope. It's not hopeless. There's still time. There's
Hmm.
time to get your life right, and it's time to
Hmm.
come back to Jesus.
Hmm. Do you believe Jesus is on the way back?
He will be back. I believe soon. No man knows the day or the hour. I can't predict that. Not even the Son knows. Only the Father. But we'll know the season. We will know the season. And like if it's going to rain, we'll have to look out. It's cloudy. The rain is coming. But you know what? I don't know when he's coming, but it's cloudy out. Jesus is coming
Wow.
soon.
That's a great analogy. Wars and rumors of wars, mothers against daughters, fathers against sons,
Yes, sir.
pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. And reading that portion of scripture, earthquakes in diverse places, that would suggest to me natural disasters. So it may
Yeah.
not be an earthquake, it may be a flood, it may be a forest fire that's lasting for 30 days. Several different things can fall in the category of that, earth-shaking experiences. So
Yes, sir.
earthquake doesn't necessarily mean what goes on in California
No.
on the Richter scale. Earthquakes could just simply
And
represent
diverse places, yeah.
earth-shaking experiences, and there's a whole lot of that that's taking place.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel that all of this racial tension that's going on
Okay.
in the United States of America, is that part of the signs of times?
Yes, I believe so. I believe that racial tensions, divisions, it's all chaos, and the chaos comes from the enemy. You know, divisions, chaos. It's part of the falling away because God wants us united, not divided.
Correct.
And there's going to be an apostasy, a falling away from the faith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Mm-hmm.
yes, I do believe it is a racial division is part of an apostasy.
Yes, it is extremely prevalent. Listen, Joe, you did a great job writing this book, man.
Thank
What
you
are
very
people
much.
saying about it? What are you getting any reviews from the
Oh,
book?
people love it. As a matter of fact, it was reviewed by the Pacific Review place, which was supposed to be a big deal. I never heard of it. I'm not a writer until now, but they love it, you know. And yes, my friends, family, and the people who have read it have given me good reviews on it.
Fantastic. And of course, you do have a website.
You know, my publisher is working on it right now. There's one temporary. It's called joeirizarry.net.
joeirizarry.net.
Yeah, but my publisher is working on a really good one. And as a matter of fact, they started a screenplay on this book. They started a screenplay, and different people have shown interest in making a movie out of it. And it was
Wow.
my purpose to do a movie or be famous, because that's not my purpose. My purpose is just letting people know and warning them about the times we're living in. And I was able to do this in English and also in Spanish.
That's
I
good
did
stuff,
it.
man.
I did it in two languages.
That is
You know,
awesome. Listen, you don't have to run after fame. If you walk in your purpose, fame will run after you.
yeah,
And so, listen, your gift will make room for you. And certainly you are gifted in the area of writing books, Joe. And so, hey, listen, your gift will make room for you. You know the scriptures already and bring you before great men. So the reason you're getting the attention of all of these great people is because you are walking in your gift. And I commend you on this bold step of writing about something that so many people don't even believe in anymore, but is just as true today as it was true yesteryears. So where else can we find your book? If your website is not up, it's okay. It happens.
yeah. You know, as
Where
a
can
matter
we
of
go to
fact,
find your book?
all you have to do is just Google it. Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart.com, Target. And it's worldwide. I mean, even in the Orient, in Australia, in Latin America, all over the United States and Canada. You see, it's been big. It's caught fire, and
Well,
hopefully,
you may have to expand the language options for your book, man. I'm telling you. I assume you speak Spanish fluently.
I do. I do.
Okay, to all of my Spanish viewers, I want you to say something to them about this book and take like 10 seconds and do that for me.
Okay. Hermanos y
In
hermanas,
Spanish.
hermanos y hermanas, estamos en los últimos tiempos. Este libro, Señales de los Tiempos, le va a explicar los tiempos que estamos viviendo. Que Dios le bendiga. Y muchas gracias.
Muy bien, señor.
Thank you.
Gracias. So now to all of my English viewers, say something to them about this book.
May God richly bless you. And I hope all of you can read my book and not only read it, understand it and live it. Because you know what? These really are the signs of last times, and these are the beginning of sorrow. You will be greatly blessed and be doers of the word, not hearers only. And may God
Joe.
richly bless you. Yes,
Joe,
brother.
are you a preacher?
No, I'm not. I'm not. But you know what? I'm good. I'm starting to become a worldwide movement. You know, over Latin
I love
America.
it.
Yeah. So,
I love it. Listen, I'm about to make up this word. This word is not in the dictionary, so I'm going to make it up. You sound extremely preacherish.
okay.
Extremely preacherish. Man, you have a great way of spreading this message, and I commend you. Don't stop. Before you take it back, add more to it. Keep doing what you're doing. I believe I'm about to see your name in other places also. God will make your name great, Joe. God will make your name great. How much is your book?
Well, look, the hardcover is $29.95, and
Okay.
the soft cover is like nine something, 8 something. You know,
Great.
paperback or hardcover, it still has the same message. You know, I didn't put the price. If I would have put the price, I probably would have been cheaper. But I mean, it's out of my hands once I put it in publication's hands, the publisher.
Allow God to take care of that for you, man.
Yeah.
It is worth the investment. Allow God to do it. So again, Joe, thank you for being on my show. And to all of my viewers, I thank you for tuning in. As always, week after week, you all are so faithful and so committed to tuning in and seeing who I have on this set, seeing who I have on the show. And you all are going out there purchasing these books, and we are getting the reports. You're literally purchasing these books. So the same way you have purchased so many other books down through the years of this show, I want you to go out and purchase one of Joe Irizarry's books. This is a great message. Everybody ought to have a copy of this in their church library. Every pastor ought to have a copy in their pastor study. Well, that's all for today's episode. Again, tune in next week, same time, for some more inspiring authors. God bless you. Heaven smile upon you. Bye-bye.
Amen.